Hi there, my name is Dillon and you're Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And this is a review of the Big Finish spin-off series, The Robots, Volumes 1 and 2. This is a belated review, which is why I'm doing Volumes 1 and 2 together. I just saw Volume 3's coming out this month in December, so I thought, oh, yeah, I better get on top of that. It's okay. It's not really a recommend. There's not really much in it for me to recommend for. It's not bad, though, either, and we're going to go into my reasons for feeling that way. Listen, maybe it's the sort of thing where you go, oh yeah, that's for me, baby, that's for me. I want that, and I hope you do, because I really do like Big Finish. I like them a lot. I think they're a company that generally produces a lot of stuff that I very much like, and I would like them to succeed and carry on and do well, you know. But I'm always kind of sad when I can't go, yes, this is the greatest thing ever, and it's really not. This really isn't. By the way, I probably will be doing a review like that of the River Song 10th Doctor box set that just came out. Freaking awesome. I just finished the first episode of that. That is great. I have to wait to do the second or third episode and listen to the extras and stuff, and then I can do a review, but so far, really, really, really good. This isn't. This isn't. So anyway, I said I'll go to my reasons why. Before we get into it though, can I ask you guys, you can hit the like button. That'd be great. Can you hit that share button? That is insanely helpful. But the pièce de résistance, the button to hit is the subscriber button. Can you hit that subscriber button? That would be fan-dabby double dozy. Now, you know, YouTubers have been on a bit of a unsubscriber tear recently. They've been unsubscribing subscribers like crazy this month. So if you're subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed. Now, if you're on the fence, if you want to hit the subscribe button, you're thinking, why would I hit the subscribe? Well, firstly, you'll make a rabbi insanely happy. And you know what? It actually does. I was on the, was it Gary's channel, Nerdrotic, on Saturday night, and I just got a ton of subscribers from that. So I'm like, I just been in subscriber heaven, really. Now, it has been said, if you're one of my new subscribers, it has been said I'm a bit of a subscriber whore. Absolutely true. 100% correct. I do like getting subscribers. I do. Every time I see that number goes up, I go, whoa, yeah! And every time it goes down, I'm like, oh. And that actually really happens. You know, I'm not even making it actively happen. It's always a bad idea to have your happiness based on external factors that you have no control over whatsoever, but that's where we are. That's where I am in life. I'm terribly sorry. So, as I said, if you're one of my new subscribers that came in from that stream, as I said, I'm a subscriber whore, but I'm also a whore for my subscribers. So let me know in the comments anything you would like me to cover. I am more than happy to talk about anything. Again, whatever you want. Now, what happens if you do subscribe? What happens if you subscribe? Other than making a rabbi ridiculously happy, and it really does. I can't tell you how much it really does. I wish I was making it up, but I'm nearly 50, and it's like, really, this is what makes me happy. As well as making a rabbi very happy, you can enter my weekly competitions. This one's gone a little bit longer than a week. Probably doing the prize draw tonight when I'm doing my live stream. It'll be about 6 p.m. UK time. It's all dependent if I get around to picking out another prize. The prize this week is Judge Dredd, the complete case files, volume 17. Volume 17. They've been reprinting all of Judge Dredd right from the beginning. So this is like a full year's worth of Judge Dredd. It's all serialized, everything from 2018, everything from Judge Dredd magazine, and it contains the mega epic Judgment Day written by Garth, Ennis. Has all the judges fighting zombies around the world, and so you got all the worldwide judges, which I always like. I always love it when I see like the Britsit judge and the Hondo. Again, I'm a geek for this stuff. I don't know why. I just am. Also crossover with Johnny Alpha, Strontium Dog. Freaking awesome story as they battle the zombies being controlled by this necromancer called Sabat. So therefore, the way you enter this competition, the way you enter your name for a competition is in the comments, leave the hashtag Sabat Shalom. Now, Shalom is saying, we say here on Friday, we say every day here in Israel, but also on Fridays, everybody goes, Shabbat Shalom! Shabbat Shalom to everybody. I'm going, Sabat Shalom. Sabat Shalom is is a hashtag. Go check the video notes. It will tell you everything you need to win this fantabulous prize. Why are you checking the video notes, though? Why are you checking the video notes? Speaking of not making your happiness dependent on outside factors, which this totally is, go check out this link here, which takes you to my Indiegogo. Indiegogo email sign-up sign-up. I'll launch this campaign in about 2 weeks. I want to launch it in December. I understand if you launch one in January, it's the worst thing ever. We launch it in December. it should be quite good. So I got these 2 graphic novels over here, Biblical and The Imperium, both stonkingly freaking awesome graphic novels. I really got to do a video about each one of these, talking about it. I talk about it on my live streams, as you know, at some point soon with it. But yeah, so I'm just collecting email addresses right now. Can you add your email address to the to the sign up list? If you do, of course, you do get this little bonus. These one of these art cards you get with any purchase. There is a package where you can buy both graphic novels, where you get all 4 art cards. That being the case, if you're so good to make that kind of purchase with me, again, ridiculously thankful and grateful, I really am. But also, you're going to get a 5th chaser card, which you can only get by signing up. So go. I don't know what it's going to be of though. These are all kind of a little bit suggestive. So I'm oscillating between it being of Victoria Waterfield from Doctor Who or Deanna Troi from Star Trek Next Generation. I'm erring to Deanna Troi. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments what you would prefer. I'm erring towards Deanna Troi. You let me know what you think. Fine. Let me let you know what I think. What I think about Kaldor City. So, not Kaldor City. That's the problem. What I know about the robot. So the biggest problem with this release from Big Finish, is it's not this release from Magic Bullet Productions, Kaldor City, which is vastly superior, just like vastly superior. Incredible cast. Who is it? Paul Darrow, Russell Hunter, Scott Fredericks, David Bickers, I don't know who he is, Trevor Cooper, Brian Croucher, Peter Miles, Peter Tuttle, and it's freaking awesome. It's freaking awesome. You have all these like political machinations and robots and sci-fi stuff and things blowing up, and like this incredible cast chewing up the scenery. Absolutely fantastic. Particularly fantastic is Russell Hunter reprising his role as Commander Yunoff from Robots of Death. Now, Russell Hunter, I think he's probably one of the... Well, he's passed away now. He was one of Britain's greatest actors, and I didn't even realise, because he was most famous for playing this kind of like slimy character in this dour assassin show, which Big Finish also do a version of, called Callan. Freaking awesome show. You can find it on YouTube for free. And he's like, again, he's like a real slimy character in that. In this and in Robots of Death, he's Colonel Ivanov. He's like this big, gregarious, loud, powerful person, and that's really what it is. There's lots of big, gregarious, loud, powerful people bouncing against each other. Paul Darrow turns up playing a character, not Avon, called Castagnago, who's an assassin, and he said, "Oh, I play him differently from Avon." To me, it sounded like Avon, right? I couldn't really tell it just sounded like Avon, and this is a weird crossover of like all Chris Boucher's stuff. So you have Chris Boucher, Doctor Who, Chris Boucher, Blake Seven, all kind of merged together. Who is it? Scott Fredericks. Scott Fredericks reprises a role that he played in one episode of Blake Seven. Yeah, again, just really great. So much better than this. Just so much better than this. So what makes this so bland? You know, what is making this so bland for me? It's well, okay. So there's a feeling in 2020, 2019. That women have been oppressed and held down by an evil male patriarchy, and for that reason, most sci-fi drama has been male-led and quite masculine. I think that's nonsense. Quite frankly, I just think. Well, here's what I think, which is out of step with the people making these decisions. The people making these decisions very strongly believe that gender is a spectrum. And I hear for a lot of people it is. If that's what you say, I'm not going to tell anybody that they don't exist. I understand that for a lot of people it is. But for the vast majority of humans, throughout the entirety of human history, gender isn't a spectrum. You're a boy or a girl, and gender isn't fluid, right? So yeah, what we have, I think, is a clash of cultures. And look, again, if you're a person who thinks that gender is a spectrum, that's fine. I just don't think it's reflected in the reality. Fine. So the result is that a lot of people buy into this philosophy and say it's really not fair that we all had boys leading sci-fi drama all the time. Let's have girls leading sci-fi drama all the time. And it's a fair argument. Honestly, it's a fair argument. But more often than not, it just comes out bland to me. It comes out like it doesn't really work. However, weirdly, when you make a female-led sci-fi drama that has that in its DNA, it has that in its understanding. A great example from Big Finish, the Bernie Summerfield range, and the early seasons and stories are now all on sale. They're really good. They're really good, and most importantly, they're feminine, right? They're genuinely feminine. And I really enjoy them. And if you want to check the other end of the Bernie Summerfield scale, look at the more recent ones where she's flying around with an alternate Doctor in the shape of David Warner. Which again, these are still very much Bernie Summerfield stories. So the essence of those box sets are feminine, which again, fine. Another example, Nick Briggs's Human Frontier, which isn't so much feminine, but is female. It's very female led. And it really works. So the problem I think we have here, though, is it's got its feet in two worlds. It's got its feet in like the 2020 world where like everything gender is a spectrum, baby, and saying anything else is not allowed. And it's the other foot in 1974 Robots of Death, and it's kind of. And because it's neither here nor there, it's bland. It comes out reasonably bland to me, which was the overwhelming impression of this first box set, which is why I didn't review it when it came out. I just never got round to it. Or the second box set, which is better than the first. So that's basically my problem with it. But yeah, let's read it. So I'll give you my impression of the stories and what it's about in general. And again, if it's your cup of tea, mate, I'm really happy about that. I really am. During the events of Doctor Who, Ravenous 2, which actually Ravenous was not a great Eighth Doctor series. I think the week one before it, Doom Coalition, far better. Like way better. Livchenko, who in the current Paul McGann box sets is now the sexually fluid lover of the gender fluid Tanya, who has a penis, I think, in the Stranded box set, right? So again, it's so often we get this trope from Big Finish, especially in 2020, of gender fluid, sexually fluid, kick-ass women taking charge. It's just a little bit cringe, a little bit done before. So, because they just do that relentlessly. I somehow think this future where this glorious future where everybody is gender neutral or gender fluid, right? I don't know how they procreate, because I haven't seen a normative heterosexual couple in sci-fi drama. I can't think of one, especially not in Big Finish. Livchenko left the Doctor and the TARDIS behind. Yes, just for 1 year. A year during which she would live on Kaldor, not Kaldor City, actually, and get to know her sister Tula all over again. So Tula is played by, what's her name? Claire Ashbrook. She's on the cover here. And you can see the genuine rapport between the two actors. They're clearly friends. And there's a real spark between them. But Kaldor City is going through a tumultuous change. But it's just kind of muted and not really noticeable. Technology is changing at an advanced rate. The robots are evolving. Artificial intelligence is adapting, and with these changes, so politics is altering too dangerously. Yeah, I'm not getting that feeling at all from it. I'm sorry. I'm really not. I do get the feeling that. Technology has altered and grown, presenting questions. But honestly, a far better series that really deals with that is Nick Briggs's Human Frontier. Absolutely freaking fantastic! I can't wait for the second box set of that. Can Liv and Tula make a difference during the turbulent time in the world in the world's history? Not that vibe at all. It doesn't feel like we're living in turbulence. Listen, you want to know what turbulent times look like? Look outside your freaking window. I would love to go there, to Kaldor. It seems like a cakewalk compared to 2020, Western world. Fine, so the first story is written by Roland Moore. Roland Moore, good writer. He's got a good pedigree, I would say. Settling back into life on Kaldor, Liv investigates a medical center where patients are dying. Yeah, so a lot of this is very I feel kitchen sinky drama. It's like you're like, oh, I got to get a job, got to work out where to stay late. Yeah, listen, you got Commander Yavanos in Kaldor City plotting assassinations. That's interesting. This is where am I going to put the keys? Yeah. So you've got this interesting story about a doctor who has a too strong a reliance on a robot assistant who is becoming too important to that doctor's practice. A recurring theme is that humans are using robots to cover up bad things they're doing, right? That's this recurring theme that you see throughout this, which is pretty much what you see there. Not a bad story, just, again, but not a good story either, right? There's nothing there for me to say, yeah, you got to listen to this. This is not, it is not like 10th Doctor and River Song. Which is objectively good, regardless of the great performances by David Tennant and whatever name, River Song. Who Dave? I will remember the minute I stop recording this video. So yeah, it's just mostly harmless. Again, mostly harmless. Number 2, second story is called The Sentient by Robert Whitelock. I don't remember his name. I can't think of anything he's written. Visay is a young child, a sort of perfect young girl any parent will want to adopt. She is auto-artificial and sees the world in a very different human ways. Yeah, again. So we have this like development of artificial intelligence and what that means for their society. It's not, again, just not that challenging or world-changing. Third story, Love Me Not by John Dorney. John Dorney, normally excellent. John Dorney's name on pretty much any release means it's probably going to be worth a listen. Well written. A widower goes to extreme lengths to keep the memories of his dead wife alive. Yeah, again, it's neither here nor there, it's neither here nor there. It's just kind of on a spectrum, I guess the way to describe it is like, it's beige. It's a reasonably interesting idea with characters who I'm not really connecting with or caring about or feel they got, like, much forward thrust, Again, it is not that Nicola Walker-Livchenko is a bad character, but, like, how often can you hear kick-ass, gender-fluid, sexually fluid women of the future being kick-ass, stunning, and brave? Like, okay, it's like, like I would love to see a character that the female character the bio doesn't end with, and she doesn't suffer falls gladly. I mean, which is Livchenko, which is every frickin' woman in every frickin' sci-fi thing right now, isn't it? So that's volume 1. Again, mostly harmless. Volume 2 gets a bit better. Volume 2 is definitely a step up. Maybe because of the addition of Pamela Salem and David Collins. I think David Collins passed away. I think he's recorded his parts for the third box set. I don't know, which comes out this month, which I don't know if he's going to be, was supposed to be in the fourth. Again, this is slightly more engaging stories. The first one being Robots of War. Visit to an old flame goes badly wrong for Liv and Tula as they find themselves locked down in a military training base surrounded by traitors and robots designed and built for war. As they attempt to get everybody out alive, is there a chance they miss something important? Well, obviously there's a chance they miss something important. That is the freaking story, isn't it? I mean, of course they miss something bloody important. So interesting stuff. You have robots interpreting their programming differently from how a human would interpret those instructions. You get the idea of like what would happen if you give these robots too much power and the power of life and death. It's an interesting story. Again, Tucson Paul by Andrew Smith. This one I think is one of the strongest of it. Of this box set, because Tucson Paul, I think, are more engaging characters. I'm kind of thinking that now as I'm saying it. When a murder takes place in an isolated outpost, there's only one man who can look into the crime. Investigator Paul, newly reunited with his son, Mount Minor colleague Tus, but can he overcome his fears and prejudice to solve the case? So yeah, Paul, since Robots of Death, he had that whole robophobia. He's got a hands all bloody thing. He kind of got over that, but now he lives outside of a city, away from robots. You know, kind of a sane person would do. Toos is higher up in the company now, and she's roping Paul in to investigate this murder, which is interesting, by the way. Again, all this is interesting. It's more like, it's a bit interesting, but still interesting. But I think she's doing it to bring him back into the company fold, so he can become part of this larger narrative of what to do with the what to do about these robots that are heading towards sentience, which is basically what we're dealing with here. Do No Harm by Sarah Grochala. Don't know what else she's done. This one again, it's okay. After an incident in the lab leads to tragedy, someone needs to be found accountable. Who better be prosecuted than robot? So they have the whole thing. Can you prosecute a robot? Yeah, I think this is the one where Liv becomes a lawyer. Really, I mean, like, why is everybody like again? Why does every female character have to be kind of like a Swiss Army knife of brilliant? Like, I can do this, and now I can do this. I'm a doctor, now I'm a lawyer, I'm a scientist. Like, oh, God, shut up. And I'm angry, and I don't suffer fools gladly. Like, oh, yeah, great, fine. I've seen it a lot of times before. But when complicated ethical questions rise, the outcome of the trial becomes bigger than a single case. What if somebody is working behind the scenes? Yeah, you start getting hint that there's bigger stuff going on behind and where the series is going in general. Again, not bad. None of this is bad. None of this is good enough for me to recommend for you spending your money on. If these things that we've gone over tickle your fancy, please do give it a punt, because again, as I said, freaking love Big Finish. But if they don't, head over to KaldorCity.com and check out these ones. These are freaking awesome. These I recommend. These I can recommend. Something else I can recommend. My Indiegogo. Go check it out. Click the sign up list. That will be fan-freaking-tastic. Thank you very much. My name is Dillon Beck, and you're the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, subscribe, and ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.